Welcome to the Universal Broadcasting Network's Hit Afternoon Show, bringing you the latest in music news, artist interviews, and more, with your hosts, Lauren Dair and Sean Lusk. This is the Music Project.
My name is Lauren Dair.
And I am Adam Lusk.
So, Sean's not here, and I feel ditched, but I'm actually very happy because I haven't seen you in forever.
Yes, it's been a hot minute. And, you know,
it's been a little bit of time.
I feel like you should be grateful. No, not grateful. But I feel like you should be happy that I'm here because I haven't seen you in so long and I've missed you so, and I'm sort of happy that Sean's gone. That way I can actually spend time with my old homies.
I know. It's been a while because you're in college and you're doing the music thing.
Yeah,
and
I'm a big boy. Gotta do adult stuff now.
Aren't you almost 21?
Yeah, I'm turning 21 in like a month. 2 months, somewhere around there.
So we need to start hanging out a lot more.
Oh, really?
No kidding.
What are you trying to say?
No, nothing. Just because you're going to be all mature. And
yeah, it's the maturity. That's what it is.
Oh, yes, exactly. But I'm so glad that you're in studio. We'll catch up. We'll talk a little bit more next show as well, just kind of about the music you've been listening to, kind of where we're at. And
I've been going to like way too many shows lately.
Perfect.
So I got a lot to talk about.
Love it so much. But today we have a really awesome band calling all the way from Michigan. I'm going to say it like that for the rest of the show.
I dare
before
you.
Someone kills me. The band's name is Michigander, and I actually found this band through Spotify's Discovery Weekly.
Oh, okay,
which
that's cool.
I find like half the music I listen to through that. But their song 90s brought me a lot of feels.
Oh no.
A lot of feels.
Is it good feels?
Yeah, like
okay.
great feels.
Like really nostalgic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know, it was making me feel some type of way. And so I immediately emailed. I was like, "Okay, so when can you come on? Like when
let's work something out. We need you on the show now."
When can we set this up?
That was like yesterday, right?
Actually, it was Monday. Like
oh,
we
wow.
literally
Okay, so it was very very recent.
We got it pretty quick and I'm so happy. But we are talking to Jason from Michigander. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing swell. So it's about 3:00 your time. So thank you for taking the time out of your Saturday afternoon for hanging out with us. You know,
it's Sunday.
What did I say?
There's not much going on at 3 in the afternoon on a Sunday.
Did I say Saturday?
You said Saturday.
I'm still in Saturday mode because daylight savings time ended. So like the whole hour.
Yeah.
It's throwing me off.
It really messed me up this morning. I'm not gonna lie.
I was awake through it. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
I was just up till 3 a.m. But it was actually 2 a.m.
Nice.
So. Anyway, enough about daylight savings time. So let's talk a little bit, kind of go back to the beginning and talk about how you got started in music and how it was something that, you know, you picked up and when you decided you wanted to do it more than just a hobby.
I was like 11 and I found a guitar. Thought this is cool. I can make songs and do that. Mm-hmm. And then I don't think it was till probably 5 years ago that I really maybe longer than that. Mm-hmm. That I really thought I would just do this full time and pursue it with everything.
And
see what can come of it.
And that's what you're doing full time now is music?
Yeah, but I work a few hours at a coffee shop, but besides that,
cool.
Besides Michigander stuff, I play some other people and do odd music jobs here and there. So yeah.
Was music something that was part of your family, or was it something that you just kind of picked up on your own? Like didn't really come from a musical family?
My grandma, my parents took piano lessons when they were kids. My dad played a little guitar. My grandma played guitar or piano, and so I'd always be at their house playing on the piano. And so not super musical, but
it's sort of there.
It's sort of there, yeah. It didn't come out of nothing, I guess.
Yeah, I get you. And then, so you said you just found a guitar, and then just started playing, right? Where? Well, I gotta know. Did you just find it?
I bought a huge cord for $5 at the Guitar Center near me. I bought a massive chord chart poster. I would lay it on my bed, and I would try to learn all the chords on that chart.
So you're completely self-taught.
Oh yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And just being able to, I think it's very interesting. Not that necessarily one is better than the other, like being self-taught versus going through lessons, because they're two very different ways to do it. But I like hearing the stories of people who are self-taught and how they taught themselves. Because, a lot of people say YouTube because they just watch videos and they pick it up. But for, to actually go out and buy a chord chart and be like, okay, I'm going to learn this on my own. Like, I'm not going to just mimic someone,
Well, yeah. Yeah, it was also like 10 years ago, before there was a lot of YouTube stuff out there. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was like 15 years ago now, but when I started learning. So it's been a while, but yeah.
Very cool. And
it's probably easier. It's probably easier to learn nowadays.
Oh yeah, they have all those apps too, and things that you can use.
They have this thing on YouTube, like the way I learn all of my piano songs. It's this thing called like synesthesia, and like it's like Guitar Hero but for piano. It's the most wonderful thing I've ever seen. And if that existed a long time ago, I would be much better at piano.
I use that when I'm too lazy to learn the songs to teach to my kids. Like when I just didn't learn it. Like I was just like, oh right, I was supposed to learn this song. I need to learn it real quick. I'll just watch it and be like, oh, got it, figured it out, no worries. Like you can look at it, and be like, oh, I know the chord structure, we're good.
It's sort of amazing thinking that you just sat on your bed, looking at these chord charts and just putting everything together and figuring it out when they don't have, or you didn't have like a teacher. It was just yourself, and if it wasn't sounding right, you had to figure out why it wasn't sounding right. I think it's amazing.
I had like mentors, not so much teachers, like people that were playing that were older than me, and cousins and stuff. And I would watch what they were doing and then try to copy it. And then once YouTube came around, it was easy to watch a lot of bands.
Oh yeah.
And copy what they're doing.
And I think YouTube, it's a blessing and a curse for so many reasons. But I think one of the really great things about YouTube is also like when you find the musicians that you like and the musicians you are inspired by, being able to go look at videos of them or interviews and kind of like see what they're doing. And a lot of times they'll have, acoustic performances, and you can go look at that and, really start to study, those artists.
I just learned how to play a song by watching All Time Low live.
Yeah.
But like on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. But looping that, kind of idea background to you, when you started making your own music, when you started writing your own songs and being like, okay, like I'm going to get more into music than just playing guitar, who were the bands that you looked to and drew inspiration from?
When I was probably like 13 or so, I saw this video. It was like a bootleg of a White Stripes concert. And I thought that was awesome. And I thought I should wear eyeliner. And that was hilariously horrible.
Did you try it?
A lot of bands. So I did that, and then the Coldplay was a huge and like Oasis and stuff. Watching videos of them when I was younger. Yeah.
Very cool. Did you try the whole eyeliner thing? Did it work out for you?
I did. It did not work out. It's no longer a thing. That was a very shortly lived.
Yeah, I can say the same. Yep.
Have you tried?
Yeah, I tried guyliner for a bit, like a day.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not fun, right?
I mean, I just couldn't pull it off. I don't have the eyes for it.
See, now you know what girls go through every morning.
Most people don't. Yeah.
Like unless you're Broadway or Jack White or
already a rock star.
Yeah. Basically, that's. I tried putting guyliner on one of my friends, and his eyes immediately watered up, and he's like, "I can't do it."
That sucks. Like I can't do it. I can't ever put it on.
Now you know what girls deal with every day.
What? That's crazy.
Just kidding.
So you have like sort of like an indie punk rock kind of feel when you were like modeling and writing music. Is that sort of how you would like describe your music?
No, not at all. Well, I think like the White Stripes were an exception to the kind of music I was listening to. Mm-hmm. I was listening to a lot of early 2000 stuff. I always really liked there was a band I was really into called Stereophonics when I was younger. They're from the UK, and I always kind of like a lot of UK bands, just unintentionally, but just a lot of the bands that I think that's kind of still true. A lot of the bands I still like are from the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what tool do you use? Because I mean, obviously they're not playing. I mean, some UK bands are playing on American radio, but how do you discover those types of bands?
there's a magazine in the UK called NME, and that is how I find a lot of my favorite bands. There's a band called Foals that I really like.
Yeah.
And that's how I discovered them, and a lot of bands. I feel like the UK is just a lot more receptive to better music quicker.
Yeah.
Quicker.
Well, it's interesting because I was watching one of our old interviews that we did probably about a year ago with an artist from London named Vivi Brown, and she was telling me that. She was saying, pop radio in the UK is not like pop radio here. Pop radio is more of like alternative, like nothing really is pop. It's just popular music. And so she was kind of, describing this for us. And, she's like, when I come to LA, the music on the radio is totally different, a different style, a different embodiment of, of the genre. And I thought that was really interesting to hear. And then when I went over, to Europe last summer, hearing that and hearing how different it was. And then also going back next year, I'm going to compare and see, because now that she said that, it totally makes sense, but I never would have thought of that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's pretty true.
Mm-hmm, that it's like, this new alternative indie pop rock sound that's like really taking over the airwaves here.
Yes, it's very good. I'm very happy
but
about
also
it.
more so in Europe and the UK as well. So it's I'm interested to see how that progression continues, and if any new artists, come back and start, the second British invasion. Or
maybe we should all just move to like England for a bit and get real famous there.
Yeah.
And then we can all come back and be rock stars in America.
I dig it. Maybe for 4 years.
Sounds like a plan. The Killers did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to one of your songs. The first
Cool.
song that I have queued up is called Mexico. So tell us just a little bit about the song and the inspiration behind writing it.
The song kind of came to me really quickly, and it was one of those, like, it was kind of just, like, handed to me, speaking. I felt like I just kind of wrote it really quickly and recorded the demo on my phone and then just tried to replicate it.
Yeah.
In a recording setting. And, it's about growing up in your house getting empty and still living at home, but you're kind of the only one there, and the house that used to be a really nice size for a family is now too big, Mm-hmm. And yeah.
All right, I dig it. I like it. So this
Cool.
is Mexico by Michigander.
Dusty couches, empty rooms 'cause no one's home. I don't love it, but I know I'll have to go. Pull your punches. I don't wanna feel the pain. I'm not nervous, 'cause God is watching over me, and I know that I'll be okay. And I know that'll be just fine. Your car's in the driveway, but I know that you're not home. 2,000 miles away, south of Mexico. But I know that you'll be okay. And I know that you'll be just fine. 'Cause I can hear your voice calling through my walls. I can hear your voice calling through my window. 'Cause I can hear your voice calling through my walls. I can hear your voice calling through my window.
And that was Mexico by Michigander. This is the music project. We are taking your questions live on Twitter. So if you want to tweet us, our handle is at musicprojectubn, or you can use hashtag musicprojectradio. We'll be checking those to see if you have any questions for Michigander about the music, about the writing, about the shows, or about their personal life, whatever you want to ask about. That's all for you. So tweet us there, hashtag musicprojectradio. But we are back with Jason from Michigander. So,
Hey.
So I love your music because it gives me all the feels.
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know how else to describe it, but I just listen and I feel like I want it to be raining outside, and I want there to be candles lit, and I want to have a cup of tea
and lay in bed
and cry a little bit.
Just very depressing.
Yeah, I mean, but it's sometimes it's good to have a good cry.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great to
I
have a
think
good
so,
cry. So
You gotta.
So I want to talk a little bit about the writing process for you, because that song you talked about a little bit. It's about like almost having a breakup. You said having a house that was appropriate size for a family, but now it's too big for one person. And I just want to know, like, where do you come up with this idea? How did this one come to you specifically? And then just in general, how do you do the writing on your own or with people?
Yeah, I write everything all of it on my own, and 90% of the instrumentation. For the record, I guess you guys haven't heard a lot of the instrumentation. A lot of people haven't because there's we do what we're doing, and let me think. Writing is I don't try to write every day. I think by writing every day you get burned out, and then you just start writing the same things over and over. So I usually go a couple of months without doing any writing, and then it just
all hits you at once, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think songs kind of come to me in like 3s or 4s, and I try to demo them all out. And usually out of those songs, 1 or 2 of them stick around.
So you just have
been a lot of.
You just have like
There's
a
been
plethora
a lot of crappy songs.
Yeah, I get you. So I was gonna say, do you have just like a huge, imaginary vault of just songs that you've never released or recorded or played?
Yeah, there's a lot of demos, but yeah, hopefully no one ever hears them.
So like,
well, a lot of the songs have good like little good portions of them, but overall they suck. And
okay, but do they really? Okay, because I'm a songwriter as well, and I totally get the process of writing a song and just being like, "Wow, this is horrible. I never want to play it." But do they actually suck, or is it like when you play?
Yeah, they suck. They suck.
Because
if I don't like the song, if I wouldn't listen to the song myself, then it's a sucky song.
Okay, because I was gonna say, as a songwriter, I know it's very easy to be really super hypercritical over your stuff and be like, "Oh, this isn't good." But if you play it for someone, they're like, "Oh, this is great. What are you talking about?" So, gotta give yourself a little bit of credit.
There's a couple people that I like trust to show
Yeah.
I'll show them to a lot of people. We'll play them, and then the general consensus is usually like, "Oh, that's great for sure." But then there's a couple people that I trust to tell me if it actually sucks.
Yeah.
And usually they're right.
And you can tell because there's a difference between wow, it's so great, and like whoa, dude, like you got something special on your hands.
Yeah. And one thing I've learned is as much as I love my mother, she can't tell me whether a song is good or not because, she's like, wow, that song was great. And then like everyone else is like, dude, what are you doing? What is this song?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get false hope.
There's a lot of bias.
Yeah. It's because she loves me.
She does. Yeah. And it's hard, especially with parents, because they always want to like be encouraging and tell you. But like, I love my mom because I'll be like, hey, so I wrote this song, and she'll be like,
At least she's honest.
I'm like, no, it's fine. I love it. And they'll like take it into my producer, and I'll be like, okay, and I'll play it, and I'll be so proud of it, and he'll be like, and I'm like, really? And he's like, you've done better. And so I think that you need those people in your life who will be honest with you and tell you, hey, listen, it's a good song, but I know you can do better, and then it pushes you a little bit more.
Yeah,
so
totally.
Do you produce your own music, or do you work with a producer?
For 90s, me and my friend Sam co-produced it in like his home makeshift studio in Detroit, and then for Mexico, I just recorded that in my bedroom.
How did you do it? How are you recording?
I used GarageBand.
Nice.
Really?
See, that just shows that you can use any format to come up with some rockin' music with some really good tunes, and it doesn't matter if it was a lot of editing. It's a very simple song, so there's not a lot to it, but a lot of editing went into it.
Well, it sparks Adam's imagination because he's a recording student, so he's all over what DAW you're using and what you did for this, and so this is like, I think he's having a little panic attack.
I'm just super impressed because I've been a recording student for almost 3 years now, and it is a pain in the ass to record with GarageBand. I don't like it, and I'm super impressed with anyone who can get a good song and a good recording like that using exclusively GarageBand, because that just blows my mind.
Well, thank you.
So, applauding on this end.
Dig it.
Whoa! Sound effects and everything.
Wow, that was cool.
You brought it up. I had to bring up the applause.
We actually have a live studio audience. Take it away.
Wow.
Hidden somewhere. But no, there is a difference, and there is a difference between that song and 90s. I think they have the same feel of overall in a songwriting perspective. It's very nostalgic. It's very has a dream-like embodiment, I guess, for lack of better words. And I feel like they're on the same plane, but they are very different because Mexico is more on that acoustic side, like you said, very simple, where 90s is a little bit more done up, but it still has the same feel, which I think is really awesome. Because a lot of times when a band takes a song and puts an acoustic song on their album, it sounds very left field. Like it could be great. It can be a great song, but it just doesn't really match, the rest of the music. Yeah. But I feel like these two kind of intertwine together very nicely.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so with the other song, 90s is the one that you recorded with your buddy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we recorded that in Detroit.
In a full-on studio with like a professional DAW?
Not very professional. Mainly, we recorded it over like a week of split up into like a couple hour sessions. I don't live in Detroit, so I had to come down a bunch. We would come down there. I'd get on and throw stuff in, and then we'd tape stuff and add stuff. And it took longer than it should, but I think it turned out nice.
Definitely.
A lot of I'm trying to think. A lot of me sending it back saying this sucked. I think the last one was like the file was like take 30.
Wow.
So it was just sending back and forth like this is not good enough.
Yeah.
And I think it's I think it's the best it could be.
Oh, I think it's great. I think you gotta just give yourself a little bit more credit than what you're giving yourself, because I think it sounds amazing. And I mean,
well, thank you.
I listen to a lot of music.
That means a lot. Thank
for
you.
pleasure and for work and for this, because I do my Discover Weekly and I pick out 1 or 2 songs that really catch my attention and I kind of let everything else go. So for that to really like perk my ears up and be like, drag, putting it on all my playlists, you got something special and you need to like keep cultivating it and working on it.
Thank you.
Boom.
Boom.
That was some pep talk shit right there.
My second job as a life coach.
You can do it.
Life coach.
Exactly.
Life coach more.
There's one more aspect that I want to talk about before we play 90s, and I'm holding back because I really want to play it. But I also want to talk a little bit about your live show and kind of. First of all, I want to get your opinion on what you like more. Are you more about the writing, recording process, or do you like going out and playing shows more?
It's the job. I feel like is the shows.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what we do most. I mean, I don't. Like I said, I don't write every day. I try not to.
Mm-hmm.
I try to only write when I'm inspired. But the shows are always like a lot of work goes into them.
Mm-hmm.
We have a full band and a crew, and we try to do it up and do it professionally.
Mm-hmm.
And not just on stage, but like leading up to and everything. So it's a lot of work goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of we don't have. There's not. They don't really have an album yet. It's kind of all shows.
Yeah.
And which it doesn't make sense to me why people keep coming to shows. A lot of people. Like, if they don't have an album to listen to, why would you come see a band? So that's a little weird to me, but I think it's cool. It started out small, and it's grown pretty. At least in Michigan, it's grown really big.
And you've done some pretty cool shows as well. I believe, if I read correctly somewhere, that you played Dair Festival.
We did. No, I did. I played a Common Ground Music Festival this last summer with a bunch of bands. AWOL Nation was there.
That's pretty cool.
And then, and then I've done Dair twice.
Very cool.
And then yesterday we played with Rah Rah Riot.
Very cool, very cool. And so, out of all these shows that you've done, is there a particular one that stands out to you as being, the most memorable or the most special to you?
In April we did the 90s came out, and then we did a big show the next day, and ticket sales were really, really low. And there were like 60 tickets, and I was like, oh, that sucks. And then we showed up to the venue, and ticket sales were still low, and everything was low. And by the end of the night, we had almost 350 people there show up. And we were really close to selling out the venue. One of my favorite venues, the Pyramid Scheme in Grand Rapids. And it was awesome. I was not expecting that.
So it's kind of that nice little confidence boost. They're like, "Wow, people are showing up."
I was just kind of waiting backstage, and the promoter texted me. He's like, "Hey, dude, show's less than 100 from selling out." And I was like, "What?" And then looked out, and it was just packed. So.
Wow, that is so cool.
What does that feel like for you when you look out and just see a whole bunch of people in the venue there for your band?
It's weird. It's a weird feeling. I think it's crazy that people would pay money to see a band they don't really know much about.
I've done it a lot.
Yeah, I get you. I've done.
I mean, I don't know if it's different, in Michigan because there's so many bands here in LA that you can literally go anywhere and see a band play. Same thing with like Nashville, but I don't know if it's when you're from a smaller town, if it's one of those things where like people just don't.
There's a lot of bands in Michigan. A lot of them, the turnover rate's pretty high.
Yeah.
Of bands, just kind of like not. But there's a lot of bands that are working really, really hard, and really just like slaying the game. Flynn Eastwood, I don't know if you ever heard of her.
Yeah.
She's incredible, and she's really just blowing it up. And there's a couple other like Joe Hertler and. A band that just kind of recently got massive is Junior.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're kind of blowing it up right now as well. So a lot of bands just doing cool things. Mm-hmm. And I think I think Michigan has a really underappreciated music scene.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening here, and a lot of great promoters and a lot of great people.
That's great.
But at the same time, it's just as many crappy ones.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
you say you're playing all these shows, but you don't have an album out yet. So people, are kind of either they've seen you a bunch of times and they know the songs from that, or they're kind of stepping in for the first time and not really knowing your whole catalog. So are you currently working on an album?
Yeah. Yes. Taking my time, but yes.
It's coming. It'll be here eventually.
Yeah. It'll probably be an EP in the spring. That's what we're shooting for, and then like a full album either early 2018. I think is the plan.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it.
Very cool.
But there's a lot of like videos and stuff that I've done that I think has been kind of a help. So.
Wait, could you say that again, please?
There's been like a lot of sessions and like videos like on YouTube and like on different websites and press things that we've done that have just kind of like covered what we're doing and really pushed it, which is sweet.
Very cool. Well, I want to go ahead and take a listen to 90s. I've been holding off for so long.
Cool.
I need to hear
so
it.
long that I need to play it and get my fix.
Awesome.
So this is 90s by Michigander.
Stereo up and the windows down. Same old city still driving around. It's the only place I clear my mind. At 7-Eleven and the neon sign. To the 90s, we go to New York City when everything was easier. Or can it be much simpler? So hold me close and hold me tighter. Don't you let me slip into danger. So won't you hold me close and hold me tighter? 'Cause the world I know is falling apart. Yeah, the world I know is falling apart. Hold your breath and count to 10. I wanna know if you're still living. 'Cause everyone needs a place to hide when they get scared in the middle of the night. So hold me close and hold me tighter. You let me slip into danger. So won't you hold me close and hold me tighter? 'Cause the world I know is falling apart. Yeah, the world I know is falling apart. Yeah, it's falling apart.
I like that song a lot.
Yeah, a lot. It's interesting how that one was sort of different then
but it's the same.
It's the
different,
same,
but it's the same.
Yeah, and it sounds like this one could be played like when I was listening to the first one. I imagine you're just standing on stage with an acoustic guitar by yourself. But with this one, I imagine like a full on show going on. I imagine the band there. We got the lighting going on. And I know that's sort of what you did. Am I right? You played a lot of solo shows, and then eventually found some dudes and started a band.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between playing solo shows and then being on stage with a band?
Well, the cool thing is I still get to do both, and that's the best. So I just got back from a tour, living room tour, and opening for a guy named Mike Maines. And we traveled everywhere east of the Mississippi. And I get to play the solo every night, really intimate shows. But the summer was just like massive, big shows, festivals and like good support shows. And then like last night was a big, loud show in like a cathedral. That was really amazing. So it's they're two really different feelings. But it's like crazy because like Friday night we played a house show. And then Saturday night we played in a 1,500 cap room.
Yeah.
It was not full. But
still
it
a big
still
room.
Totally different.
Is there one that you prefer over the other, or are they like two different to compare?
I like both things. The acoustic shows are just really easy.
Yeah.
Not a lot of work has to go into them. But the full band shows, there's a lot that goes into it. The logistics of having, of living 3 hours away from the guys who play with you. A lot goes into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like them both for different reasons. The full band shows are like what I hope to do long term. But the acoustic shows are awesome because you just get to they're usually smaller venues and smaller spaces, and you get to really meet people. And I really like that.
So for the album, which direction would you say that it leans more towards? The more full band sound, or is it kind of a mixture?
Yeah, it's gonna be a big rock and roll album.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I think there might be some quieter moments on it, but overall, I feel like rock and roll is kind of dead, but kind of like waking up.
Yeah,
it's in a slumber.
It's been in a coma.
Yeah,
it's just kind of.
But there's a lot of really cool bands coming out with guitar music again, and Catfish and the Bottlemen.
Oh, love them.
Stuff.
Yeah, and there's other bands like Modern Baseball that they have.
That's sort of what I was imagining.
Yeah.
Like I was imagining the song, the 90s song. I imagine that could easily fit in at like a Moose Blood show, or like a Modern Baseball show.
Because then you listen to Modern Baseball or Moose Blood or Real Friends, and they're all these kind of on the more rock side. They're not super heavy, but they're still
it's punk. It's pop punk.
Yeah, and then they have these songs like Pothole by Modern Baseball that makes me want to go bawl my eyes out.
Yeah,
and
all those bands have those songs that are just like, oh my feels right now.
Why do you think that you gravitate towards those songs?
I haven't really listened to any of those bands before, but
check them out. Check them out. You'll dig them.
Why do you think you gravitate towards and I ask this because I do the same, but why do you think that you gravitate towards writing the more emotional, depressing, kind of nostalgic songs rather than upbeat rock, punk, Kings of Leon style songs? Like, what is the draw to that more emotional side?
I don't know. I think they just kind of come naturally. I really want to be the goal is to become like the best thing. Like, I don't know. That sounds really cocky, but
no, that's the goal. You gotta. That's what it is.
Why do it if you're not gonna be the best?
Yeah, it's hard to say that though. I mean, without sounding terrible, but I think bands like Kings of Leon and like those and Coldplay and bands that are like selling out stadiums and arenas are the best bands in the world, and they're doing these shows for a reason. People give them a lot of crap for it because they think they're sellouts or whatever, and it's really easy to hit a bigger target, I guess.
But who cares? Who cares if you're selling out? If you're making money and living off the music, I think that's the best thing. One of my ultimate goals, because like all of us here are musicians, right? And my biggest dream is to headline the Reading and Leeds Festival in England, or obviously, who's
who's gonna say no to that?
You want to not play this? Yeah. But like one of the things that I've always considered like making it as a band is if you can play Wembley Stadium, which is also in England. And it's one of those things. It's just like
it's the Madison Square Garden times 3.
Exactly. It's so large, and if you can play at that venue, you've made it as a band because you have a draw. You have people that love you. You have people that know your songs so well, and I feel like that's everyone's goal. And if that's selling out, then I mean, yeah, sure, I'll sell out.
I don't like Coldplay's new music. You can hate on me for that, but they played the Super Bowl. They're doing great.
They're doing so well.
You know?
I don't like them either, just because it's not my cup of tea. I like some metal music, you know. But they're playing huge shows. They
evolved.
Exactly, and they're still kicking and they're still going hard. And I feel like if anyone's like gonna give them crap for that, it's like, well, who cares?
Yeah, it's a good point.
There's plenty other music if you don't want to listen to Coldplay.
Yeah,
but they're great. I don't know. I love them. I think they're fantastic.
I think they're a great band. I think Chris Martin's super talented, you know. But I personally, for me, I always like their older stuff compared to the new stuff. But I sound like such an
elitist. Yeah, I really like old Coldplay.
The sequel wasn't as good as the whatever. But you know, but that's a personal opinion. But you know, they're doing something right. They're playing the Super Bowl. They played, you know, the Rose Bowl 4 nights here. You know, like they're doing something good, and people like it, and that's great for them. Like, I mean, I'm proud, and like if you can do that, props to you.
All right, I have a question for you, thanks. My friend. What is your dream show? Like my dream show is playing Reading and Leeds Festival, headlining it. That would be amazing. What's yours?
My dream show is playing any slot available at Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It's rad.
Any slot at all.
I would play like the beer tent or anything. Yeah.
Just as long as your name is on the bill.
Yeah, as long as my name is on a poster somewhere, I'll be okay with it.
Yeah, and then you can swoop it and hang it in your room like I do.
Yeah, at my parents' house. It'd be great.
So we've talked a lot about, you know, kind of your evolution to this point, but where do you really see, you know, what is your, for lack of better words, your long-term goal? You know, where do you see yourself being in a year versus 5 years? Like, where do you hope to end up, I guess? And we kind of
in a year, I hope to do the year plan is pretty solid right now. Put out an EP, do some great shows, record the EP. We're shooting to do a couple festivals next summer.
Yeah.
Everything with Spotify has been really awesome the last week. A lot has come from it, and which is crazy because I used to talk a lot of crap about Spotify.
Don't we?
But
all?
now they like cared about one of my songs, and I'm gonna actually get like a decent check for them in a couple months.
And you know, if it wasn't for Spotify, you wouldn't be hanging out with us here, because
that is true. I would not be with Sean and Lauren on the music project.
That is
That was my plug. You guys can save that.
Okay, great. I can use that. We can use that for promotion, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Do some shows, and then I think we got a couple tours and a couple little runs in next year, and then 2018 we're headlining Glastonbury, and no, I'm just kidding, but. I don't know.
You heard it here first.
You know, I definitely had a mini heart attack, and I was like, what? Weren't you just talking about that? What? I did not understand that you were joking.
A lot of people would be really upset if we were headlining or even playing any main stage.
No, I feel like people would be pleasantly surprised.
Shush.
Yeah, that could be cool. But yeah, 5 years from now, I hope to be playing Glastonbury. That's what we'll say.
No doubt about it.
I'll be there.
Good goal.
Cool.
I like it.
Deal.
I'll crowd surf to the
front. Perfect. I love it. And if you're ever in LA, you know, you have to give us a call because we'll be there.
Okay, deal.
In a heartbeat.
I'm all about it.
Love it.
And we can get you in the studio.
Yeah.
That would be rad.
For a live
studio then it will be more than just my picture.
Yeah,
exactly. And then we can like get some live acoustic performances going on in here, and I can hear your beautiful voice.
I'd love that.
We would love that too. I have one more question for you before we let you go.
Yeah.
A large part of our audience that listens here are, you know, teen, young adult, and a lot of musicians. What advice would you give to anyone listening who is just starting out, kind of doesn't really know where to go. They don't think that they don't think have the connections or the skills to go where they want to go. What advice would you give to those young, impressionable children?
The couple words of advice: never wear shorts on stage, and be good at responding. Be good at emailing and sending emails and receiving emails and all that. And don't be a jerk. I think.
Don't be a jerk.
Very valuable advice.
I like that one.
Don't be a jerk, but be assertive. And I think that'll take you far.
I like that.
I like it.
I think people need to get that tattooed across their face, and maybe they would begin to understand the point.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking, a little
Of
chunk of your
course, of
Sunday to
course.
hang out with us. Michigander, if
Yeah,
you guys
it's
want to
awesome.
check them out, their social media is at Michigander Band. Check out their music on Spotify. Buy it on iTunes. Give them your love. And yeah,
Please, yes.
anytime
Thank
you
you.
have something big coming up and you want to share it with the world, give us a call, and we'd love to have you back.
Heck
Hopefully
yeah,
in
of course,
studio
of
at
course.
some point. And
Would love it.
keep in touch.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. You have a great rest of your Sunday.
Hey, you too.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Michigander.
That was fantastic.
That's great. Are you feeling the feels?
I'm feeling the feels, and I'm gonna
All
go
the feels.
lay on my bed. Hopefully it rains so I can listen to this music.
Right, and then you can just hug your pillow in the fetal position and
Exactly.
just rock back and forth for a little bit.
Exactly. I need a good cry.
Yeah.
I need a good cry. Don't we all?
I feel ya. You gotta hold on for another hour, and then you can go do that. But
All right. I will.
you're good. You're solid. All right, guys. My name is Lauren Dair,
I am Adam Lusk.
and this has been the Music Project. Catch you guys next week. Later.
In the future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics in music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.